Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Why did I put that in I don't know why I put that up. How are you guys? Welcome to Craft with Me Wednesday. I'll get it right. Oh my God. Sue, you mentioned that, and that's all I can think about now. I haven't watched yet today, but I think we need to check out this outfit. So I'm going to see if we can pull up a couple of minutes of this public defender's outfit. I forgot to add the picture of him today. Yesterday, he had on like a solid colored jacket and these red brick orange colored pants, and everything was ill-fitting. He looks like he walked out of a homeless camp, this guy. I don't know who's dressing him or if he's dressing himself, but oh my God, it's crazy. I should probably talk into the microphone so that you guys can hear me. Hold on. Let me get the microphone over here. That's probably better, huh? I'm sure you could hear me before because I talk loud. So I'm going to see if we can check this out. What was he wearing today? Let's take a look. Let's look. He seems to be sober, at least for the trial. But yeah, something's not right there with him. Um, yeah, he's very disheveled for sure. Let's see. Where is this? I'm trying to find where I can find it here. That here. I just want to see a few minutes of what he was wearing today. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of it. He doesn't have the best client in the world, for sure. Let's see where okay, here's today's video. Okay, he's got on a plaid jacket. Wait a minute. Try to see I'm trying to get him pictures of him. He doesn't say too much. And they aren't required to, stand up during their examinations of the parties, so they can stay seated. This is the same judge that see, there he is there, but, it's the same judge that was on the oh gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Um, the antifreeze case. Mark, I forget the guy's name. Wow, how quickly we forget. But the guy that killed his wife with the antifreeze that we just covered, like, a few months ago, and, that was the same judge. So I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna share the screen. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lynn and Jerry. You're like, "What in the world is she talking about?" Hi, Catherine. She's going on and on. Hi, Lady Dragon. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This, lawyer, the public defender in this case that I'm covering now, the case of Alan Brown, where he injured the police dog. Wow. Hold on. If you haven't seen today's video, you gotta watch because it's riveting. Because I put in there, footage of the actual, incident. So, all right, let's share the screen. Share the screen, Rebecca. Share the screen. Okay, here we go. Is that one? All right, so here is this lawyer. Um, he looks like he just got up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't I don't know what's going on. What kind of pants did he have on? Yeah, he shot Riggs, the dog, in the head. Oh, you remember when it happened? I did not remember it. I tell you what, I was watching it last night, and I was crying by the time I finished watching it because I have such a big heart for animals, and I'm like, "What about the dog? What happened to the dog?" Finally, they said the dog was alright. You just finished watching the video. Oh gosh, hope you have your tissues. So look at this guy though. Would you want him representing you? Oh, you're halfway through today's video. Well, Jerry, then I'm sorry to spoil it for you, but yes, the dog survives, and lives happily ever after. But, oh my god, what we're talking about now right now is the public defender. But here's the other thing I noticed. If you look at the defendant, he looks like somebody just beat him up. Like, he's got bruising on his face, unless it's just some other condition, skin condition that he's got. Um, he looks like he's having a rough time in jail. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Caden. All right, enough about this public defender. Listen, if you have a choice between being represented by this guy here, this guy, or the guy from last week's trial, I think I would choose the guy from last week's trial, Mr. Escobar, over this dude. Although the female lawyer there, she seems to be doing a pretty good job. Like, he is just, man, he looks like he like he had to sober up to come into the courtroom. I wonder if the bar is watching this guy. Like, somebody should call the bar up and say, "Hey, you got a lawyer that, like, you need to be looking at," because, yeah, not so impressive, this guy. Anyway. All right, let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. Take him out. Take him out. All right. Yep, stop sharing. We'll stop sharing. We don't need to talk about him anymore. So here's what I'm working on tonight. I just finished making all the bobbins for my spring gnome. Let me share that camera with you. Extra camera, extra camera. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I finished making all the bobbins. Yellow is the outline of the gnome. Here's the gnome. There. Oh, would you guys like me to put the put the camera up there? Oh god, I'm terrible. All right, so there's the gnome. One of the two. I'm going to do two in April. I'm going to do the female gnome. So I've got the colors here for that. And I'm going to do the male one too, just because it's so much fun. I love doing this. And it only takes me a couple of days to do one square of it. And the male one is this guy here. So yeah, I'm going to do both of them, the male and the female, for April. And then I went ahead and printed up and got the yarn for May, since there was a sale on yarn. Here's the female gnome for May. And I think it's actually two females in May, two female patterns. There's an alternate female pattern. If I can find the male pattern, I'm going to switch it out. So your sister-in-law is on that police force. Oh, wow, Sue. That's interesting. Well, they certainly have their work cut out for them. I will say that. So we're going to start with the yellow, which is the outline. Where did I? Okay. First, I got to find my crochet hook here. Oh man, I been working on that new painting, and I'm really liking it so far. I found two issues with it so far, where symbols, like there's a capital G and one of those, like an anthracene. No, not an anthracene, like an at sign, like oh, let me put it in the thing so you guys can see what I'm talking about. One of these. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Is it one of these? It's going to take me out of one of these. Those things. Those things are next to a G, capital G, which is this, on the canvas, and it's a very similar color. Then we have, I found that there's some A's and some 4s in the same area, similar colors, and, yeah. Yes, you beat me, Caden. Caden, you're hired, man. All right, I'm gonna start my square. Let me do this where you guys can see me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, double crochet, double crochet. So after the live tonight, I'm gonna spend some time watching today's trial. I haven't seen any of it yet. Now, so that's the first box. Row 1 is 1 box. And row 2, let's do that. So I finally turned off the air conditioning today, and man, my sinuses are just going crazy. They're doing these controlled burns out on the farms because starting the end of this month, there's going to be a moratorium on burning. You thought Carl was, Carl's not feeling well today, and he wanted a little bit more time to update his Etsy store before he comes on. So he's going to be doing that, and I'm probably going to bring him on a Sunday. Maybe this Sunday or the next Sunday, depending on, if he can get his store together. Because Wednesdays are kind of hard for him, but he didn't work today because he's not feeling well. So he'll probably be in here in a minute if he's not here already. Try to remember, am I doing this right? I think so. Yep. Okay, there's the first 2 rows of my square. Hi, Jean. Still not as bad as having C and 2 in the same area with the colors being almost identical. I know. I don't know if they look at these canvases before they put them out. Like, don't put two of those symbols together like that. It's just weird. Hi, Billy. How are you? Okay, where was I? Before I was interrupted. Okay. Oh, I know what we have to do. We have to do another row start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There goes my trusty clock at 20 till the hour. I know Crashley's supposed to be going live tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. I probably won't. I'll probably just say hi to her, but I need to listen to the trial from today, so I won't be in for the whole live. I always like to see if what release paper she's coming out with. All right, so we got that. Let's go here. Oh, I love this color yellow. It is so pretty. 'Cause it's spring. Tomorrow, I'm gonna wear my new gnome shirt. I have a gnome shirt that I got. Oh gosh, they're doing closing statements already tomorrow? Is this defense not putting on any case whatsoever? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not that difficult a case. I kind of thought that it was gonna be over and done with pretty quickly because she put on almost all her witnesses on the first day. So, hi, Vivian, how are you? So if it's closing statements tomorrow, wow, interesting. Very interesting. Well, at least closing statements from her. I have no idea what the defense is. I have a feeling they're probably trying to say that, because one of those officers fired his gun 9 times, and another officer says he fired his gun 5 times. That's 14 shots. I bet you that defendant is going to try to say that he didn't shoot the dog, that one of those officers did, which, is ridiculous. But there sure was a lot of gunfire going on out there. Plus, that guy's still facing the murder charges in Chicago, and he assaulted a corrections officer. He headbutted him and caused him to have to go to the hospital. So he's on the hook for that. What am I doing here? Oh, I did something totally wrong. Hold on. Wrong. All right. Here we go. I see what I did wrong. I missed a whole square. I'm so glad he didn't kill the dog. I would have been crying. Well, I was crying because it was just so sad. Because that guy's really creepy. I mean, tell you what, he's kind of depraved. He took that car, and the guy that he took the car from, he killed him. Carjacked and killed the guy. Hold on one second, guys. I think I'm going to have to take some Sudafed here or something soon. He tried to, oh yes, and he also tried to escape from the hospital. Well, Sue, you should do the show for me. Sue has been watching all day. Yeah, he's not a good guy. Not at all. Sue, you are on the ball today. Oh, I got to do this so you guys can see. So yeah, I started the painting that I just unboxed for Enabler's Outpost. That's the painting I've started. I think it's going to be really pretty. So I think, yeah, this is the last row before I start adding more color to it. So this is this yarn is the Big Twist yarn from Joann's. It was on sale last week, I think. And it was, you could get this on sale for the same price as you would pay for Red Heart. And this is so much nicer than Red Heart, I think. You should have watched the Wisconsin versus Zach Anderson. That was good. No, because that started, that had already started before the last trial ended. So I really didn't watch that one. I can't, unfortunately, I can't cover all of them. So, and then the Lori Vallow Daybell, that's getting ready to start. So I'll be covering that one. What's everybody working on? If you want to put a picture of whatever you're working on into the Facebook group, I'll be happy to show it. All right, so we're up to row 4. So what I like to do is mark off the rows as I go through them. Got this trusty crayon pencil, whatever you want to call it here. All right, so I've done the first 4 rows. Now we're going to add in the turquoise here. So we're only going to do 1 square of yellow. And here we go, 3. Catcher says, I'm working on a craftably mystery kit called Travel Destinations. Isn't that interesting? So, since there's 2 events based on travel destinations, Ticket to Ride, which is Cheryl Katz's event, and then The Great Escape, which is Mickey and I's event coming up in August. So you should have done it then. Bet it's fun though. All right, so now I want to bring in the turquoise here. All right. Ooh, that's going to be really pretty. I like that color contrast there. How many squares of that am I doing? 3. Okie doke. We can do that. That's 1. Billy says, I did that one, was surprised how it being round worked. I liked it. Oh, nice. Cool. I started to order another painting from Enabler's Outpost last night, but I stopped myself because it's rounds, and I really don't enjoy rounds. I really prefer a square painting. Which, I wish that painting that I wanted had come in round or squares, but it doesn't. So that's fine because I don't need to spend the money. I'm saving up my money to buy Diablo 4 so I can play that on my Xbox because I had so much fun in the beta last weekend. It was really fun. Although I kept getting, you could tell it was a beta because, which is where they're testing stuff. Every time I would try to use the waypoint to get, Jerry knows what I'm talking about. Every time I would try to use the waypoint, it would throw me out of the game. So they've got to fix that before they come out with the game. Vivian said, Rebecca, I posted a pic and video on the group. And Dawn says she only does squares. Yeah, I'm really very partial to squares now. I'm getting spoiled. But all right, so we're done to 3. Now we got to go back to the yellow. So since the yellow is on this side of the project, I'm going to have to add in another bobbin of yellow over on the other side of the project. So I will do that. But let me show, where's my phone? What do I do with my phone? Oh, here it is. I got me some iced tea here tonight. All right. Boy, I don't even want to talk about that shooting at Nashville. So sad. Oh, terrible. Facebook. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. That is okay. That is wow. Goodness gracious. Let me put the video up. There's the video. It's a Van Gogh cat. Look how cute. The moon kind of looks like an avocado. No, or a daisy. Very brightly colored. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty, Vivian. Jerry says, hopefully they will take the feedback from the beta and have a polished game in June. I hope so. But that's the only problem that I had was trying to use the waypoint to get back to town so I could sell the armor that I had collected, and it would throw me out of the game. But then when I would come back in, I would be where I'd be in the town. It was weird. So I'm sure they know about it and they'll fix it. I'm sure it sends a report whenever something like that goes wrong. But all right, so we're going to add in a second yellow bobbin. So what I like to do is keep them kind of going here. So we got this one over here, this one in the middle. And now we're going to add a second yellow bobbin. I should have done this on my table, but on my puzzle table, but I didn't. Oh, well. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just going to add it in. Let's just add it in. Here we go. There we go. This week is going by so fast. It's already Wednesday. Gosh, what happened to Monday and Tuesday? All right, so there's row 5. We got the 3 turquoise squares in the center. So row 6. All right, we're just going to add one more turquoise square. And then row 7, we're going to bring in the white. One, two, three. Here we go. Gotta make sure my count is right. All righty. All right, so 1, where am I adding? Yeah, just 1 background square. Okay, so that's the 1. Now we need to go back to the turquoise. So I don't want to get this all tangled up. So I'm going to move this bobbin over to the right. I just keep moving them to the right and then move them over. So now I'm picking up the turquoise again. I don't want to get them all tangled up. Oh, you're having a slow week. I'm so sorry. Dawn says my cats would be having a field day with those balls of yarn. Oh, shh, don't tell them. No. We don't want the cats in here. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, they would. Pearl would just love this. Oh my goodness. Yes, she would. I'm gonna have to hide it. I'll put it up on that puzzle table when I'm done, so she doesn't get a hold of it. She can still get a hold of it, but she's kind of been ignoring the yarn lately. Thank goodness. Okay. So now we're gonna do how many squares? 4. 1. This blanket is gonna look so cool when it's done. I am doing corner to corner, Sue. You are correct. And it goes so quickly, corner to corner. Like if you're going to make a blanket, make a corner to corner blanket. It just goes so quickly. Did anybody else put any pictures in the group? I should check. Hold on. I keep losing my phone. All right. I like that Van Gogh cat, though. That was pretty, Vivian. All right. Sherry kitted up a snack with crystals. Ooh, pretty. Look at the crystals. Yep. Very pretty. And that's about it. Rhonda. Is Rhonda here? Is she done with her painting? Trying to see if she's done. She had a dragon too. A lot of dragons in this last event. Vivian says, I try to learn this hobby and I couldn't, maybe because I'm a lefty and before people didn't had no patience. Before people didn't have no, I have patience. You know, the crochet crowd, he's where I learned, well, I originally learned corner to corner from Marissa, but then I went back to refresh my memory with the crochet crowd, Michael from the crochet crowd, and he always does right and left. So you could look up corner to corner, left-handed, and probably follow along very well with him. Hi, Tia. How are you? Oh my gosh, Tia sent me a video of this guy that was to die for. He's like my other half. You know, they say there's always a soulmate out there for you. This is my soulmate. I just got to find a way to meet him. Let me see if I can show you this guy. Oh my God. He's 65 years old. I have to fight Tia's mama over for him. She wants him to. Man, does that make your mouth water or what? Wow. Whew. 65 years old. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle all that. might need some help, Tia. Billy says, I'm left-handed and my aunt sat in front of me face to face and I followed her. It was easy to learn that way. That's cool. Hi, Lisa. You've been drooling ever since, Tia. Oh, me too. Yeah. Woo, he's cute. Crashley's coming on in 30. It's already been 30 minutes since I went live. What the heck? You guys. So I want to apologize for Sunday's live. Unfortunately, with this new feature that StreamYard has where you're sharing your broadcast with someone, with a guest, if that guest happens to come into the broadcast before you do, they have control of the broadcast. So when she decided she was going to leave on Sunday, it ended the live. But since we were only a few minutes out anyway, I didn't come back. But Caden says old people. Caden, I'm sure there's a soulmate out there for you too, Caden. Hi, down South Stitcher. Good morning. That's Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. You'll take that kind of old any day. He was a hottie. Ooh. Yeah. All right. I got to stop talking about it. Woo. Yeah. Okay. It's getting hot in here. Let me take off my sweater. Hold on. Woo. There. I got my WSU shirt on. Wichita State University. I don't even know what that symbol is. I have no idea. It's a shirt my grandkids bought me because they were going to go to that college, but now they're not. Now they're going to go to a different college. No more men for Vivian. Listen, Vivian, I say that I'm done, but now, if that guy walked in my front door, holy moly, yeah, I wouldn't be done. Yeah, I could wake up for that one. Woo. Yeah. He probably has a girlfriend that's like 20. Yeah. Men like that don't date people his own age, for sure. You said you hoped they were good. You didn't even check the flavors. Flavors of what? Lisa, what you talking about? Okay. I forgot what I was doing here. Guys get me all flustered. Okay, I'm getting myself flustered. All right, back to crocheting. This is all right. We got row. What are we on? 5? No, that was 6. Row. Yeah, that was row 6. So let me mark that off. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a NyQuil night for sure. Wonder Woman, jelly beans. I sent to you. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. This just started tonight when I took the dogs for a walk. Like all of a sudden. Yeah. All right. So we're starting row 7. I'm going to add white in this time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be doing this so you guys can watch. How are you doing, Lisa? Two, 3. Okay. I might play some Minecraft tonight. No, I got to watch that trial, so I'm not going to play Minecraft. Maybe later. Maybe later. We'll see. I don't know. Can I handle him? Probably not. Which is probably why he's got a 20-year-old girlfriend and probably why, yeah, no. All right, how many? Oh, I got to stop. Okay. All right, so we've done this background. We're done with that. 1 square. We're going to move that over. We're going to bring this one back because we need to do 2 squares of this. All righty. Put that down here. Pick this one up. And I know March is not over and I'm starting April, but you know, I'm going to be doing 2 in April, so I guess that's an excuse, right? Okay. Pull that tight. Now, one more. Then we're going to bring in the white. I'm going to try to start doing 2 each month because I want to make my blanket really big. So I'm going to try to do a male and a female gnome each month. All right, that's 2. So let's, before we get all tangled up. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Move that one off to the right. Pick up the white. And then we're going to do 2 squares of white. Oh, I did that wrong. So Lisa is having some scans done on Friday, and she is petrified. And so we're all going to be holding your hand on Friday. I hope you're going to be able to feel us holding your hand. Yep. We're going to be there for you. Just pray that they come out all right. All right. Well, how many whites? We're just going to do 2 whites. Okay. 2 whites. I'm trying to be optimistic for you, Lisa, that, you know, that this chemo is working. Two. Now 1 turquoise. All right, so now I got to bring in, because now I've got turquoise on one side of the project. Now I've got to add it into the other side of the project. So now we're going to be up to 5 skeins, 5 different bobbins here in a sec. We got to bring in another one. I'm probably going to have to make more bobbins here. Tia's trying out her Spanish there. What are you doing, Tia? Hola. Hola. Jen is starting a mental health series. I'm super excited about that. DP Addiction Adventures. It's right up her alley. Okay, so we're bringing the turquoise back in, and we have to do 1 square. I didn't leave myself very much of a tail there, but it'll work. Now that goes over here. Now we're working on this one. There we go. So if I just keep moving them to the right, it usually won't get tangled. Hopefully. Yeah, definitely Jen's. I think I'm going to watch. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm waiting for Jen to write another diamond painting book about how, you know, how it helps your mental health, you know. All right, so we finished row 7. So we've got the white in there. It actually goes like this. There. Here's the pattern again. So what I'm working on is just this bottom corner right here. And we got the first 7 rows done. This goes very quickly once you figure out the pattern. It goes pretty quickly. Tia says, I put the moose on my iPad. Aw. You got her a moose? Vivian says she's not into them anymore. Oh, men? Yeah. Well, I like to look. I sure do. You know, it's just, I like my life. You know, I like that, you know, if I want a hot dog for dinner, I can have a hot dog. I can go to bed when I want, wake up when I want, do what I want. Like my daughter-in-law went with my son to a basketball game. I am not interested in basketball and would not have no desire to go to a basketball game. No. Nope. All right. So that's, so 1, all right, we need 2 turquoise here. So let's put this over here. Uh-oh. How did we get that one mixed up? Okay, well, we're going with this turquoise here. Is that the one? Nope. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? All right, this is the one we need here. There we go. Perfect. So what I'll do is I will just weave these, you know, sew these strands in. After a few more rows, I'll just stop and sew them in. You still have guys asking you out, but you just don't want to deal with them? Ooh. Hot basketball players. I don't know. I don't get turned on by tall, skinny men in shorts. They don't do anything for me. Not a thing. Mm-mm. Sorry. Maybe I'm weird. Now, you can take me to a football game. I like to watch them in their tight pants. Those are nice. Those uniforms? Ooh. Honey. Yeah. What's that saying? I'm old, but I'm not dead. Lisa says, I need to find a man who likes to craft. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I apologize, guys. Wow. All right, so I'm doing 2 of these. Well, you know, Wilma found a boyfriend. And that's the first thing I ask her, does he craft? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh, what? No, you have to find a crafter. Like Billy. Where's Billy been? We haven't seen Billy around lately, have we? Tia, have you talked to Billy in a hot minute? Where is he? Is he coming to the retreat? I need me some Billy. I like Billy. He's a sweetheart. Little on the shy side, but he's a nice guy. All right, 2, 1 white, 1 white. All right, we're gonna go white here. White. There we go, white. Those are pretty colors, aren't they? Wow. Very pretty. Put that down. Bring this up. How many white? Just one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Was I supposed to only do one last time? Uh-oh. Did I mess that up? No, I was supposed to do 2. So just one this time. And then bring in the turquoise again. Okay. That is this one here. Try not to get these tangled. All right, so this one we're bringing in again for 3. 3 of these. Okay. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got plenty of time. Cool. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. I know I'm not terribly entertaining when I'm doing crochet. Well, it's a craft night. We're just crafting together. Tia says, I talk to Billy almost every day. Yes, he's coming to the retreat. Yay. He's supposed to be going live Friday. He's been bitten by the TikTok bug. He's been live on there a few times. Why? Why? I don't know. I just don't need another platform. Where did you get the pattern from? The pattern is from Repeat Crafter Me. It's are you in the Facebook group, Sue? If you scroll down, I do post the link to the pattern. It was a stitch along from last year, and the person that came up with these patterns, her name is Repeat Crafter Me. But if you scroll down in the Facebook group, you should find a link that'll take you to that stitch along site, and then you'll be able to she has each month's pattern PDF there, so you can just download the PDF and do the I printed them out. You can print them out, and you can either do them with the written instructions or with the chart. I prefer written instructions to a chart. I've always been, even, whenever I crochet, I don't like charts. I'd rather have written instructions. You may have to scroll back a while. I think I started it in sort of maybe mid-January. That's where you probably need to go to with the posts from January. So what did I say? 3 of these? 3. 2 white, 3. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are we bringing in another color? Oh, next color we're bringing in this color, purple. I'm going to have every single bobbin on here going at one time. You don't own a printer. Well, you can just, like, if you could look at it, you could save the PDF into your Goodreader and just do the pattern off of Goodreader. That's what if I didn't have a printer, that's probably what I would have done. Or if you have a pattern keeper or something like that. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go back to the yellow, which is this one here. And I'm going to do one of those. And then we will have 8 rows done. So at this point, after I do this square, bringing back in the yellow, I'm going to stop and start sewing in some of the ends because I don't like to wait till there's too many. So there's the first 8 rows there. But now I got to sew some of these ends in. I have my darning needle here. So I got this from Narrate. I love this tip that it has the bent tip. It's kind of cool. Okay. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to be taking some NyQuil very soon here. Yes, a lot of people are diamond painting. That's fine. Sorry, I'm not Being a good mood like normal, I'm diamond painting. Well, that should get you in a better mood, Caden. When I start diamond painting, I've been diamond painting a lot in the evenings, you know. When I start diamond painting, I just kind of go zen for a while, if that makes any sense. And you know, next thing I know, 2 or 3 hours have passed, and I'm usually in a better mood. Hold on one second. Wow, it's getting worse as time goes on. Wow. All right. Definitely have to take a decongestant. I have NyQuil in the pill form, which doesn't have the alcohol in it, so I can take that without worrying about falling asleep too quickly. Thank goodness. All right. How's Mickey and Dan? Dan came home from the hospital, still in a lot of pain now. I think they said he had a bladder infection, but I don't know why he's still in so much pain. Like usually once you're on antibiotics, that pain should start subsiding. So I don't know. He has another doctor's appointment tomorrow. Mickey's doing good. She totally forgot about my life. I'm going to smack her. I'm allowed to smack her because I'm her friend. So she usually sets an alarm and then comes in here. She's probably reading or something, playing with her kitty. I have a little jar here that I keep these in. My little Ort jar. So what did you guys think of the killer clown story? Interesting, huh? When I started that story, I started it by just going back to the Sun Sentinel, which is a news outlet in Fort Lauderdale, and looking up the case and doing the research on it. And by the time I finished, I realized that it was a case that was going to be covered in May, and I didn't realize that going in, because I thought it was just an old case. But I mean, they're trying this woman after 33 years. She was out and she was, you know, living the good life up there in Virginia in the mountains. With the husband of the woman she allegedly murdered. And he never gets charged. That's even crazier. All right, so that's one side of the project. I got all the strings. Let's look on the other side. Oh, there's more. All right, some of those are just our thread. All right, we've got one right here that we need to sew in. Actually, I need to do that from this side. Yeah, let's do that from this side. I try to keep them all to one side. Well, they were free cat. She wasn't arrested for the crime until 2017 or 18. So and he's never been arrested for the crime to this day. They ran off after she allegedly murdered his wife in the clown costume. He and Sheila ran off to Vegas and got married. And then they moved up to Virginia and started a hamburger joint and are living in this big posh house up in the mountains. So, yeah, that's how that goes. All right, so there I am. We are all set. So we got 8 rows done. I think that's pretty good for 1 hour. Got all the bobbins done. 8 rows. I'm probably going to have to do another one of these bobbins and another yellow bobbin because I'm probably going to at some point need 3 going on at the same time. Just how it is. So everybody's they're zenned out. They're diamond painting. That's good. That's a good thing. Like, oh, she stopped talking. What time is it? It's 7:25. Yes. All right, so I'm going to say goodbyes because, oh, look, the yarn matches my outfit. Yes, it does. All right. It's very Eastery, isn't it? There's no pink in it, though. Oh, huh. It's okay. That's all right. There'll be pink next month in the flowers for May. So that's the show for tonight, guys. I hope you check out Crafts with Crashley. She's up next in 5 minutes. And then at 9 o'clock is my girl Tia's Crazy Craft Addictions with her show on Wednesday evening. And where we can continue to talk about the men that we enjoy. Yes. So good night, everybody. I hope to see you tomorrow in Crafting and Crime Daily for the continuation of this interesting attempt on the dog's life case from this weirdo, creepy guy with his defense lawyer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.